everybody, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that is gonna be good today. Because today in the news, after a year and a half of speculation, of back and forth between Sony and Microsoft, and this whole Activision Blizzard drama, all of it coming together today, where the Competitive Market Authority in the UK, the CMA, has announced, even though all indications were that they were going to allow this to go through, they're blocking the merger. What's even crazier about all this is that last month, the CMA had basically said they weren't too concerned about Call of Duty being on Xbox and potentially an exclusive, and how there's plenty of time and plenty of games, and it's not that big a deal. And it seemed like a yes. So you're probably thinking, Jesse, what on earth would have caused them to change their mind? Well, it is the least likely of suspects, yet one that has always been there. Like the Moriarty of video games, cloud gaming. Cloud gaming is growing fast with the potential to change gaming by altering the way games are played, freeing people from the need to rely on expensive consoles and gaming PCs, and giving them more choice over how and where they play games. This means it is vital that we protect competition in this emerging and exciting market, said the chair of the independent panel of experts conducting the Xbox investigation, Martin Coleman. And so that is the sticking point for them. Game Pass, the one thing Xbox does so well. The Games Pass experience as a user is phenomenal. There's so many games. They clearly have the market on that completely locked down. There's nothing on Sony even remotely close. There's nothing else out there even remotely close. And so they're saying, because Xbox does Game Pass so well, it gives them the advantage. And if, say, they were to get Call of Duty and put it on Game Pass, it gives them a significant advantage. And because Xbox is already looking to expand that into Samsung TVs, a great example is back at Summer Games Fest last year. They had a whole setup where you could play Xbox games on TV, no console, no nothing, just a controller, and it was on the software there, and it was all through the cloud. That kind of technology is what they're saying is the reason why this can't go through. So after such a significant announcement, you can imagine everyone had thoughts to share, including Microsoft's president and vice chair, Brad Smith. We remain fully committed to this acquisition and will appeal. The CMA's decision rejects a pragmatic path to address competition concerns and discourages technology innovation and investment in the United Kingdom. We have already signed contracts to make Activision Blizzard's popular games available on 150 million more devices, and we remain committed to reinforcing these agreements through regulatory remedies. We're especially disappointed that after lengthy deliberations, this decision appears to reflect a flawed understanding of this market and the way the relevant cloud technology actually works. So yeah, calling out a governmental body in the UK is certainly a way to go. It's interesting to see, again, the spin Microsoft puts on everything, especially when they're out there trying to make 10-year deals with everyone to try and prove how much they're willing to work with all these other companies, right? Like 10 years with Nvidia and 10 years with Nintendo and all those different things, which again, as we've discussed, is just a drop in the bucket when it comes to technology and game time and game releases. And then as Sony pointed out, what's to say it'll be renewed after 10 years? They could easily in 10 years just be like, it's ours now, and that's it. But that's not all, because old Bobby Kotick had some things to say too. We're confident in our case because the facts are on our side. This deal is good for competition. By contrast, if the CMA's decision holds, it would stifle investment, competition, and job creation throughout the UK gaming industry. And of course, Bobby's known for his concerns over job creation and competition as he lines his pockets with $69 billion. What's even crazier is it seems like the talking point at Microsoft is to hammer home, if this deal doesn't go through, it'll hurt the UK, which seems like a threat, right? They keep saying it like, oh, if this doesn't go through, wouldn't it be terrible if something happened to the UK games market? Anyway, Microsoft has said it will appeal the CMA decision. The Competition Appeal Tribunal site says straightforward cases are aimed to be dealt with within 9 months. If Microsoft wins, it gets returned to the CMA. Chances of this closing this year are now slim. That means we get the FTC case. So in layman's terms, this whole UK CMA thing is going to get drawn out. And in the meantime, the FTC has a hearing set to kick off this August. And that just means I'll be here reporting on the whole damn thing as the console wars continue. While we're in this gaming headspace and talking about the industry, let's talk Metacritic. In case you weren't aware, Horizon Forbidden West DLC, Burning Shores, just came out. I'm having a great time playing it. Futuristic LA is just a treat. But apparently many people over on Metacritic disagree with me. Some saying things like it was too short, that it clocked in for them at just about 4 hours. And that is a perfectly valid critique. However, many posts focus solely on the fact that Aloy has the option to kiss another female character. And these posts, packed with all the grammatical and spelling errors you'd expect, say things like, I don't recommend because of the part with LGBT propaganda. They just spreading mental illness. And garbage. And this is the second time I rate this garbage, but how they delete it, I will rate it again. So they're just review bombing it because some people can't handle the idea of love? How do we even get here, y'all? In a statement to Eurogamer, Metacritic and fandom shared, Metacritic is aware of the abusive and disrespectful reviews of Horizon Forbidden West, Burning Shores, and we have a moderation system in place to track violations of our terms of use. Our team reviews each and every report of abuse, including but not limited to racist, sexist, homophobic, insults to others, etc. And if violations occur, the reviews are removed. We are currently evolving our process and tools to introduce stricter moderation in the coming months. Review bombing has become an unfortunate trend over the last several years. Just last month, Resident Evil 4 Remake was review bombed for allegedly being too woke because fans disliked Ada's VA performance and you couldn't see panties? I don't know, man. It's just seems like it's getting crazier and crazier. The thing is, user reviews are important because a lot of the times the journalist or the reviewer or whoever who is reviewing a product, be it a movie or a game or whatever bit of content there is, sometimes it's not for them. Sometimes they don't get it. Sometimes a game or a movie or a book or whatever is specifically for the fans. And you can tell that by looking at a lot of reviews when sometimes in the Mario movie is a perfect example, right? Reviewers were like, I don't know what the point is. There's a lot of references and stuff. And the fans were like, yes, it is references. We love that. And this whole review bombing thing does that a disservice because people want to go on there and get real opinions, not just trolls being like, girls kissing makes me feel weird. Grow up. Anyway, that is it for 5 Minute Gaming News. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for another episode.